she said to me, Emma, I'm going to try one more time for the Olympics and I feel like you should do it too. All right, congratulations, Emma. You've done it. You've made the Paris Olympic team. And I just sat there and I was like, I couldn't say anything.
Would you ever walk past countries and be like, look, you go?
Me personally, no.
Hey guys, it's Lachie. Welcome back to the Remember When podcast. Today I sat down with Emma Nedov. If you don't know her, she's an Olympian. She's a gymnast. She's in business. She's done it all. She was so awesome to talk to. So nice, so funny. Such a good episode. But yeah, let's get into it. Just a quick favor to ask that if you're not subscribed, can you please subscribe now? It's just going to help us build the show, get bigger guests on the show. It can help the show be better for you guys. You guys can get more out of it, be more entertained, and just build the overall level of the show. Now we're done with that. Let's get into the episode. Emma Nedov, welcome to the pod.
Thanks
for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Came for this chat. Just want to start us off. Been doing my research into you, just having a little look. You retired from gymnastics for 3 years, came back, made an Olympics team. What's doing there? How did that happen?
I love that. What's doing there? I don't know. I was a little bit crazy, to be honest. You know what? When I retired, I fully retired. I had zero intention of going back. The opportunity just came up, and I said, stuff it, why not?
Yeah. How does that? I want an opportunity to go. I'm waiting for my opportunity for the Olympics to come back.
Okay, well, look, fortunately, I had the background of trying a couple of times, so it wasn't totally out of the blue. I'm a bit the same. I'd like the opportunity to make $1 billion.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's coming.
So I lived around the corner from a gymnastics centre. It was almost like all the stars aligned. Okay,
Yeah.
So I had been training for the Olympics my whole life since I was about 6 years old, with the intention of training for the Olympic Games. Kept missing out, not for reasons within my control, became at peace with it, retired, and was fully okay with never going. Yeah. And then my best friend and business partner at the time, she said to me, Emma, I'm going to try one more time for the Olympics and I feel like you should do it too. And, I don't even know why I considered that, but I considered it. Then I spoke to my sports psychologist, my parents, my boss at the time, and within a week I was back to training and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for it, fuck it.
Far out. So there was just that. It was just, okay, we're on, we're back, go.
Yes. One thing to learn about me is I just make choices and I make the choices work.
Yeah.
I make very quick choices.
I feel like that's the best way to be. Just do it. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Genuinely.
Yeah. What was the sort of, obviously you said your business partner told you that she was going to try again. What do you think clicked in your head to be like, oh no, I'm actually going to do it?
Okay, well, obviously, like I mentioned, I had missed out on the Olympics 3 times, actually.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily because I wasn't good enough at the time. It was, Australia didn't qualify team and just missed out. COVID happened, and so the qualifications got cancelled. And then, in 2012, I had a stress fracture in my back. So there were all these things that kept happening and getting in the way. So when I retired, I did retire being really content with my career in gymnastics. However, I would be lying if I said the Olympics wasn't something I still wanted to achieve. Yeah. So it was almost like dangling fruit in front of me. Yeah. And it's like, are you going to give it a go? Are you going to try and get there? So I love to take advantage of an opportunity. I mean, it came up. It was something I still had a desire to do. So I was like, all right, let's make it work.
Yeah, that's fair. But traditionally, gymnasts are 18, aren't they? I don't want to be. I don't want to
go there.
Yeah,
go there. But I was old.
Yeah, no, you weren't old. You were just experience.
Wise.
Yeah, wise. Yeah. But what kind of obviously you knew you were good enough because you were a professional gymnast. But what kind of thought? No, I can beat these 18-year-olds and go to the Olympics?
I didn't actually think I could.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd actually been out of it, as you said, for 3.5 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I was not fit. I had not done any form of gymnastics, and gymnastics is not really a sport that you can just go do in the park for fun.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was so not an elite athlete. Whilst the opportunity came up and I was crazy enough to believe that, or I would almost say delusional, in believing that it's potentially possible, I didn't actually logically think that I would be that great again. So when I called up a coach at the time, we said, let's give it 6 weeks and just see how it goes, because he came into the gym with me and he was like, oh God, I couldn't even lift my legs off the floor on a swing on the bar because really? I can't even explain to you the muscles that you use in gymnastics.
Yeah.
I realized I have a muscle like in my tongue.
Really?
Yeah, I did a flip for the first time in, like 3.5 years, and my tongue hurt. And I turned around and I said to my coach, I've got footage of it. I said to my coach and I go, my like neck hurts. And he said, yeah, it's because, you've got that muscle that you're trying to like hold. So under no circumstances did I genuinely think that I would get back to where I had been. And I wouldn't say that I did. I was like a completely new athlete. I'm telling you, Lachie, the stars just like aligned. It was like meant to be. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it just was meant to be. Maybe it was always going to happen, and whatever happened. What was it like when you actually qualified for the Olympics? Were you like, holy shit, what the...
Oh, it was insane. Yeah. It was actually... so obviously my like family have been involved with my gymnastics my whole life. I had a new boyfriend that didn't even know me as a gymnast when I first met him.
Oh, yeah.
So when I said to him, I'm going to start training gymnastics again and try for the Olympics, he's gone, yeah, babe, like, go for it. Like, you're fucking insane. Yeah. But anyway, so I was sitting down and I'd done all of the work. I was pretty sure by this stage that I was going to make the team, but you never know until you're given the solid yes.
Yeah.
So I actually was in my apartment in Melbourne, sitting down on a Teams call with the selection committee, and I had my sister on FaceTime to my parents next to me and my boyfriend sitting next to me there, out of the view of the camera, while I had my coach on the screen and the 2 selectors. And they sat there and they go, all right, congratulations, Emma, you've done it, you've made the Paris Olympic team. And I just sat there and I was like, I couldn't say anything because I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like I've actually been trying to do this since technically 2012. It's now, how many years is that? Like 12 years later. That's insane. So I just sat there and I was like, whoa, my coach was there like, yeah, like celebrating, because it was just as much for him as it was for me. My parents, I'm pretty sure my sister started crying. My boyfriend sitting there with little tears in his eyes. So embarrassing. And it was just, it was unreal. Like such a incredible experience. Made it all worth it, that's for sure.
You make the Olympic team, obviously. You actually get over there and you're at the Olympics. You're in the village. What's it like?
Oh, beyond your imagination. So you almost feel like you're in a different world.
Yeah.
It's like you walk into the village, and obviously no one else can go into the Olympic village unless you have accreditation.
Yeah. It seems like a little city. Like, isn't there like a Macca's and stuff in there?
Well, there's no Macca's, but there were bakeries.
Oh.
Okay, so people blew up on TikTok for their footage of the bakeries. There was a muffin man. Did you see the muffin man?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I think he was Hungarian. I think he was like a swimmer or a triathlete or something. Don't know. But he was like, documenting the muffins.
Oh, no, I think I did see that, actually. Yeah.
Went viral.
Yeah.
So you go in to the village and it's massive. I did so many steps at the Olympics, it was crazy. And you're just walking past countries because each country has their own building, essentially. Some are linked in with each other depending on how many people are there from their country. But you'd walk past countries and you'd go, whoa, I didn't even know that country did sport.
Yeah. Would you ever walk past countries and be like, fuck you guys?
Me personally, no. But I will say the Olympics makes you super patriotic.
Yeah.
Because the Australian building, in my opinion, was the best building.
Yeah.
Best building. We had poke bowls for lunch every day that they made. We had our nutritionists on site. We had a mini Woolworths there. It was nuts. We could just go down there, eat breakfast there. You didn't even need to go to the food hall. Australian building had everything. We had recovery. We brought over 3 baristas.
Oh, far out. Yeah, you need Aussie coffees.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So it made me so patriotic. But no, I wasn't fuck you to anyone. Yeah, but I mean, then again, the USA buildings were massive.
Yeah.
But it was just fun. You walk past these people who are just the best in the world at what they do. Don't know what they do, but they're of all shapes and sizes. It's crazy. It genuinely is like a little city of people that are like-minded. Yeah.
What about the beds? Wasn't there something around? Did you sleep on those cardboard beds? What What was the whole thing around the beds? I remember that.
I love this. You know, it's kind of funny because Olympics was like, almost 2 years ago. And so I've almost forgotten about it. Yes. Okay, so I actually went viral on TikTok because we were complaining about the beds and I almost took it down because everyone was like, oh, you're so ungrateful. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, no, I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, but yes, so they were cardboard. But apparently it was for sustainability reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of people in this village that you're never going to have to sleep again.
Yeah.
So the cardboard situation actually wasn't that bad. Apparently people tried them out and they were not as sex-proof as what people thought. I personally didn't. My fiance wasn't there.
Fair enough.
So they were made of cardboard, but that wasn't why they were uncomfortable. They were uncomfortable because they were like these 3 blocks of recycled plastic for a mattress that was about that thick. And so they were put together and held together with like a fitted sheet.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was what you were sleeping on. So a lot of people got mattress toppers from Amazon. I did not. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, that was why they were uncomfortable. So yes, the rumours were definitely true, but whatever.
But how uncomfortable were they actually? Were they just like kind of uncomfortable or were they like...
Oh, you're going to get differing opinions.
Yeah, that's true.
Depends on who you ask. For me, let's just put it this way. I was very excited to go home to my bed.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't like horrific. It's not like I didn't sleep. Yeah. I've been to competitions throughout my whole life. Like gymnastics doesn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'd go to competitions in countries like Azerbaijan and be sleeping on a rock. Okay. I think actually I went to a competition in Belgium and we were staying in this place where the beds were literal rocks. Like it was so uncomfortable. So for me, whilst the Olympics wasn't very comfy, I had dealt with worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yes, I would say for the basketballers, okay, they were not big enough.
Oh, yeah.
Their poor little feet must have been dangling off the end.
All those 7-foot guys and then 7-foot girls.
Yeah, not me. I'm 5'4". So
I'm 6 foot for the camera. So I want everyone to know I'm 6 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll just sit down a minute.
Yeah. What was it like when you actually competed? Is that the most nervous you've ever been, or were you like, no, this is destiny, I'm going?
Yeah, it was a bit of both.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't the most nervous I've ever been because I don't think I had as much pressure. There was a lot of pressure on us, but the pressure that was on us wasn't necessarily pressure from myself. I found that in the past competitions that I've done where I've felt really, really nervous have been because I've put a lot of pressure on myself for my outcomes.
Yeah.
Whereas at Olympics, I was just so damn proud to be there and so excited to be there that the nerves I felt were more so around the fact that I was at the Olympic Games. So it was a little bit different. However, I remember I walked out onto the floor and we started on first. Usually when I go to a competition, I don't look at the crowd because I want to just focus on my performance, and that can make me a little bit nervous if I see how many people there are watching me. So I got to the Olympics. I'm standing out the back, getting really emotional, thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm actually really here. This is crazy. I've been trying to do this my whole life. And walked out, stepped onto the floor, and I just looked up into the crowd just because I wanted to be really present and I wanted to remember this moment because I have the memory of a literal fish. So that was really special. In saying that though, I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, because I was, of course. You've got millions of eyes on you.
Yeah.
And I also actually had a little bit of, I don't know what the correct term is, but I felt almost like I had to prove my worth to be on this team because I had been retired for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So for me, I wanted to perform well because I wanted to make Australia proud. I wanted to make everyone, that had helped me get there proud. And I also felt like I had to prove that I deserved to be on the team. As a result, that kind of got in my head a little bit too much and I actually didn't compete that well.
It's all right.
So that sucked. But it was a great experience nonetheless.
Yeah. Now, what was it like kind of sitting back and reflecting on everything? Obviously, you said, in your opinion, you didn't compete that well, but you got there, you did it. What was it? What was that like? Oh,
epic. Unreal. And I think for the most part, it only really exists in that time, right? And at that time, it was the coolest thing ever. Yeah. Like getting to be a part of the village, getting to be a part of Team Australia, a part of making the first Australian gymnastics team to the Olympics since 2012. Like, that was so special to be a part of that. And I would also say that I made it something worth talking about in the future too.
Yeah.
To sort of like inspire others to go for it, not to give up, because, you know, it took me so bloody long to get there. Oh man, I mean, I'll find it hard to do something just that cool again.
Was there any athletes in the village that you walked past and you kind of went, holy shit, that's so-and-so?
Oh, no.
Was there any of because obviously on Team USA, like the basketball, like there was like LeBron James and people like that. Were they staying in the village?
Some did, some didn't.
Yeah, I can't imagine he would have stayed.
I don't look, and actually, it might be to do with the bed situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, the village is not a luxury space.
Yeah.
So for a lot of these athletes that are, you know, professional athletes, they're paid a lot of money. They're used to better conditions, maybe.
Yeah.
I know that might be a bit controversial, but like, the village isn't that comfy. I certainly didn't see him.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked past. Okay, so do you know Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is obviously like proper celebrity status.
Yeah.
While she's phenomenal in gymnastics, she's also like, you know, a full-on celebrity in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world. So she did stay in the village.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so what I loved about the village was that there was a mutual respect, that it didn't matter what your status was on the outside. We were all equals kind of in some way, shape or form in there.
Yeah.
It's only really when you get home that you kind of get segregated into medal winners and non-medal winners.
Yeah.
But when you're actually in the village, everyone has just this mutual respect. So, look, I actually think, yes, there probably were people that I walked past and was like, oh my God, wow, cool. But you got over that really
Pretty
quickly.
quick, yeah.
And it was just like, hey, how cool that we're in the same dining hall.
Yeah.
together. Other than that, it was like just a lot of like hot Spanish soccer players and stuff. There was a lot.
Fair enough. Did you make any new mates or anything in there with any of the Aussie athletes or?
Some divers in particular, some of the swimmers. Gymnastics was a little bit difficult though to mingle with the other sports because we're on the first week and we are like on straight away. Our schedule was also a little bit crazy. We were competing at 11:30 p.m.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so we woke up, like we weren't getting out of bed till 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Most of the athletes are already up.
Yeah.
And then we weren't getting home from training and competition till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. In fact, I was doing drug testing after the competition at 2 a.m. So we actually didn't get to mingle that much whilst we were in the village, because then also once you're finished competing, you're out. So it was more at the after party, at the closing ceremony, that we got to know a couple of the others. And I've got some friends in diving and some other sports. So I met other athletes through the ones that I already knew. And then I would say that the events after the Olympics, where Olympians go to, that's where I've made the most friends.
Yeah. Was that the after parties, like where Raygun was doing that? Was he doing the dancing in the circle or something?
Yes, I get asked about Raygun all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
What an absolute icon. Like,
Yeah.
she just must have just boosted Olympic viewership.
Yeah.
Bootstrapped that herself. Anyway, yes, I've got like footage. So we're all waiting in the village to get on the buses to go to the closing ceremony.
Yeah.
What they don't really talk about with the closing ceremony and the opening ceremony is how long it takes to actually do things.
Yeah,
like,
it take ages.
Oh.
There's so many people.
hours to wait for bus, hours to then wait to actually walk out. Like, I felt like cattle waiting, right? Crazy. So anyway, while we're all waiting, the Team Australia were playing. We've got like boom boxes playing music. And yes, Raygun was in there doing her dance. So I feel very privileged. I got to see it firsthand.
Is there anything in the Olympic Village that, or just in the Olympics in general, that the public don't really see?
Yeah, I mean, oh God, I've got to think about it.
Obviously, there's probably a lot of things, but anything that would be like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, look, like, no, there's nothing that really you wouldn't see, but there are definitely the things that don't get spoken about, like the wait times for stuff. So genuinely, for example, in gymnastics, we didn't go to the opening ceremony because we were competing really soon. And because it's raining, the wait times are really long. You are there for like a full afternoon. It's quite a stressor. those types of things dictate what athletes go to and don't go to. Because I had a lot of people say like, oh, why didn't you go to the opening ceremony? You know, it's your first and last Olympics. And I said, well, look, it's going to impact my competition.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like rituals that are not as easy as what they probably look like. So closing ceremony, for example, we were standing out in the hallway in the back, in the back of the arena before going out to the closing ceremony for like, I want to say an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we're sitting there hungry, tired, my feet were hurting, my back were hurting because, you know, you can't really sit down.
Yeah.
In saying that, of course, it's like a friggin' privilege to be standing out there, but you don't know that until you're in that scenario. And I said to myself, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'd go to the closing ceremony again. Not that I'll ever be in that position again.
You never know. Maybe next Olympic. Where's the next
LA.
Olympic? LA, yeah. 2028.
No.
Brisbane, 2032.
No, definitely not. I'll go in some other capacity. I'll like commentate or something.
Yeah, that's fair. What are you doing now? We obviously got a coffee before this and you spoke about it, but you said you're working with athletes. What exactly are you doing?
Yeah, I've actually got a couple of things that I'm building at the moment. Essentially, I want to be able to use my experiences as an elite athlete to help other elite athletes.
Yeah.
So I am doing a lot of like keynote speaking, getting into corporate a little bit more. I want to be able to share how sport can support you in life. In particular, gymnastics. I want to get the visibility up for gymnastics because I think it's freaking awesome. I wouldn't be the person I am today without gymnastics. So then what I also am really interested in is helping athletes with sponsorships and commercializing themselves, because a real struggle for me growing up was I really believed that if someone really took me on and helped me market myself, that I could get sponsorship and I'd be able to represent a brand really well. What I didn't realize though was as an athlete, you don't really have an ability to give a return on investment to companies, and you kind of need a bit of help with that unless you are winning. And there's a lot of us that need the extra support, and I wouldn't have achieved what I have in my career without great teams around me. So I've created the ND network with a performance psychologist called Dave Diggle. So we do that together. And we're basically helping athletes with their performance, make them a little bit more consistent and reliable through work with him and, you know, a bit of my mentorship, I guess. And then together we'll help them with securing sponsorships, commercial deals, and actually making sure that they're ready for that. As we sort of touched on at coffee, when you get a big deal, that's a lot of pressure for you to perform. So we kind of want to be able to support an athlete from a holistic, you know, that word's thrown around a lot, but from that perspective of really being on their team rather than managing them. Yeah. So doing that. And then on a side note, I have closed the business that I was talking about, my business partner that wanted to get back. And it was a gymnastics bag product, right? That we started when we were like 19 years old. Yeah. Went fabulously, but it was at the point now where it's either grow or sell. She's got an incredible opportunity over in Singapore now. I'm obviously building a few of my businesses. And so we've decided to close it, and I'm starting a new sports brand, athlete-specific brand, and it's called Naira, and it stands for Not Your Regular Athlete.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. What type of stuff is it?
So I'm starting off with gymnastics-specific performance tools. So things like we have little toe shoes. They help you turn on the floor, but we use ones that are pretty much suitable for ballet, so that you get holes in them all the time. So I'm making these products that we use specific for gymnastics. And I want to do it with athletes, for athletes. Yeah. So, you know, ideally I'd love to get to the point where we're doing Naira across all different sports. So we could have Naira golf, Naira basketball, whatever. And athletes come to me and they go, hey, I'd really love this product. And I go, okay, cool. We make the product. They get royalties on the sale of that product forever. And so they have like a portion of ownership around it. That's what I want to create with Naira. But that's a little bit more in the background for now.
Yeah, so it's like things athletes exactly need, not like, because obviously a lot of the stuff is made by brands like Nike and like whatever, Adidas, that sort of stuff, which aren't like, they're sporting brands, but they're not for professional athletes really.
Yeah, it's a very niche. It's obviously very niche. Yeah. But I guess I think that athletes have a lot to offer more than just what they do in sport. And that's something that I've been really fortunate enough to explore. You know, when I left sport, I realized how much it had shaped who I am And because I obviously chose to allow it to be that way. And I just realized that's really freaking cool to be able to approach life with the mindset of an athlete, but no longer necessarily be one. So then when I went back into sport, I realized that we don't know that when we're in it. We don't get it. Like, I took a lot of my career as an elite athlete for granted. I was never very appreciative. I wasn't very grateful for it. I expected it. It was just what I did. So essentially, I think behind the ND network, Naira, and even a lot of my public speaking and personal branding and mentorship is I want to be able to show people that what you gain as an elite athlete is so transferable to life, and it actually makes you a freaking awesome human being. So anyway, we'll see.
It's hard because I feel like athletes, their careers can only go to a certain point, like say max 35, 40, and you're still like, you're obviously not like a young kid, but you're not old, you know what I mean? You still have a lot of life to fill up, and it's like you've dedicated your life to one thing. It's what's next. I became really, I guess you could say, passionate about supporting athletes through retirement, and this is almost my way of doing that in a different way. It's like, as we were sort of speaking about at coffee, when you have an athlete, when they're in the midst of it, trying to tell them, hey, you better focus on what's going to happen in life after sport. Like, I don't care. Yeah.
There is no life after sport. I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
And so I figured that if I can be able to support athletes now, I've been so fortunate to learn so much. I've got a lot to give. So I'd prefer to be able to help the athletes now in the hopes of it then supporting them when they retire as well.
Yeah, and it's tough as well telling them that because, well, not telling them, but just telling people that, because you don't want to, it's same, I guess same in life. You don't want to like you want to focus on one thing. You don't want to think, because then if you go and do this other thing, then if you don't succeed at this one thing, you be, oh, that's the reason why.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I fully agree. I think that it's like, if you just approach things now and you sort of have that support and you have that team, because I think at the root of everything that I've done, it's been more meaningful and more impactful for me and my life and for other people in that contribution to others by having a team around me, you know? So I'd just love to get up under other people that are doing great things, have a lot of potential, need the extra support. And Dave and myself have a lot to offer in that respect. You know, Dave's created absolute champions just with his performance mindset. So our heads together were like, oh my God, the ND network is going to be like such a great opportunity for people to come in and be like, hey, I just need a little bit of extra support. Yeah. You know, but I want to be amazing. Like, help me.
Yeah. 100%.
So that's what I'm currently working on. It's a little bit of everything at the moment, but it all has the same common goal. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite focused.
I've got a little Olympic style game sort of thing. It's just pretty much these like niche Olympic facts, and it's just like, is it true? Is it false? Okay. Yeah. Honestly, some of them could be wrong, but for the sake of this, I'm going to say the answers are true. Okay. I think they're all right. True or false? Olympic champions once received olive wreaths instead of medals.
Oh, I don't know if instead of, but they definitely got them.
Yeah, or true. So I'll count it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe these are too easy, but I guess we'll find out.
No. Do you know the only reason I know that is because I've seen photos of Olympic winners.
Yeah, it's like even in like those paintings and stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have never known that.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, I'm not going to be good at this.
Yeah. True or false? Gold medals are it's kind of the same. We're only introduced to the Olympics in the 1900s. Oh, actually, I'm going to change that question. Okay. What year was the first gold medal introduced?
Shit, I don't know. When was the first... Wait, what year are we in? 2000. So I'm going to say... How old are... Oh, my God, 1900s. Fuck, I don't know. When even did... let's go 1992.
No. 1904. Oh, shit. Yeah. Wrong end of the century. True or false? Yeah. The Olympic... Or actually, who was the Olympic motto, faster, higher, stronger, created by?
I feel like I should know this.
This is actually pretty interesting.
Faster, higher... What is it?
Faster, higher, stronger. Who created it?
Oh, God.
Hopefully these questions are right.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So it was adopted by the IOC, which I'm assuming is the International Olympic Committee.
Yeah.
But it was created by a priest. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why, I wonder?
I don't know.
Faster, higher, stronger. I mean, I kind of also forget that the Olympics is, well, I mean, like, think about it. It would have started in very, very religious.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, yep, keep going. This is fun.
What year was the first... What year were the Olympic rings first shown at?
Dude, I don't know. Wait, let's go. Can you go higher or lower?
Yeah.
All right. Wait, what was the year you said before? Because I forget. It's like... Okay,
1904.
Okay, so what about 19... Is it 19th?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, before that?
Yeah.
1870 something?
It's higher.
1880 something?
Higher.
What? 1894.
1896. Pretty close. Yeah, close enough.
Oh, that's 100 years before I was born.
Damn, that's
30 years ago.
Yeah, how many years before I was born? 108 years before I was born. Damn. True or false, tug of war used to be an official Olympic sport.
Tug of war?
Yeah.
I actually think it was.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
From 1900 to 1920.
Oh, again, the only reason I know that is because at the AIS, they have like the wall of... Have you been to the AIS?
Yeah.
They have the wall of all the Olympians and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing a photo of it.
Damn, that's what I would go to the Olympics for. Tug of war.
Tug of war. I
cool.
reckon that'd be hard anyway.
Yeah, it actually would be really... probably too small for that.
You're 6 foot. What do you mean?
Yeah, true. You probably need to be like 6'2" maybe. Yeah. True or false? Or actually, I should have fucking wrote this better. How many times have the Olympics been cancelled / postponed?
Once. Oh, twice.
Yeah,
twice. World War II and COVID.
Yeah. So postponed Tokyo
Yeah.
and then cancelled for World War II.
Yes. I've got like 3 out of 6.
True or false? Athletes once competed for art medals at the Olympics.
Art medals? What's that?
Like art, like...
Oh.
Like that was a sport.
No.
It's true.
Really?
They art, literature, architecture, and music. Yeah. I did not know that, eh?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm here for it though. That's cool.
True or false? The Olympic flame has been lit using the same method since ancient Greece.
I want to say that that's true, but I don't know that it is. Because I feel like they're very... Oh, what?
The modern relay began in 1936, so it hasn't been going that long.
Oh, really?
What's the way they light it? Is it...
I just got that wrong, so I don't know.
Is it like...
I feel like... Well, they carry around a torch and then like put the torch in there.
Yeah. Because the one in Sydney Olympic Park still...
Dude, I don't know.
Um,
I'm the worst Olympian ever.
No, I should have researched better. True or false? Early Olympians sometimes competed under their club's name, not countries.
I feel like that probably sounds like it would be... but no, because the whole point of Olympics is to be countries.
It's true. National teams weren't always the focus.
Oh.
Maybe when it was like ancient Greece and it was like just there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I did horribly. Whoops. Anyway.
I don't know. I think you got around like... I guess we'll have to look back and find out.
Yeah.
I think
I got 3.
Nah, I reckon
10.
more. I'll say 5. 5. I'll give you 5. Okay. Now, few quick fire questions.
Oh,
just
no. Okay.
Just to get the blood flowing. Just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
First sport you ever loved?
Gymnastics.
Fair enough. Favorite gymnastics memory?
Oh my God. Okay, sitting around the trampoline with my friends on break and my coaches fell asleep at break. So we ended up having an hour and a half break on a Saturday afternoon because none of us... We're supposed to have half an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how'd they fall asleep?
They both fell asleep in the room downstairs and none of us wanted to wake them up. So we had an hour and a half break and it was like the best thing ever. I must have been 11.
Damn, that does sound good.
Yeah.
Hardest skill you ever learnt?
Ooh. Okay. It's probably not the hardest like skill, but it was very hard to learn because there's 3 parts to it and it's called a flip layout on beam. So you do one flip connected into another flip into a layout on the beam. And I spent years just learning the first flip. So it just took a long time. That's probably why.
What's sort of the process with that? Like, with all the moves because they're obviously all like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
no, I could never even. I can't even do a backflip on a trampoline.
Well, they are, you know, they you start with obviously getting strong, then you do handstands, and you do back walkovers. They're progressive, all the skills. So, for example, once I was ready to learn a flip, like on beam or a back handspring, as some people call it, I would do 30 every morning and afternoon up to a box.
Oh, yeah.
Just up to a box. And then after I got that for maybe like a year, then it was time to take it to the floor.
Yeah.
Then it was time to take it to the low beam. Then it was time to take it to the high beam with mats and boxes. Then the high beam with just the mats. And then I'd got the flip. Then I had to get the flip.
Far out.
So and then I had to get the flip layout. So it took years to learn that skill. Years. And it's just all progressions and repetition after repetition. Oh my God.
Yeah. Obviously not on a beam, but I saw this video this morning and it said it was of some guy just like he's like doing hard things to show you they're easy, and he just learned a backflip by himself. And I saw that the top comment was like, backflips are 10% skill and 90% just like backing yourself. Do you think that's true?
I reckon to some degree, depends which flip you're talking about. Yeah, totally.
Like obviously not on a beam, that actually takes skill, but just like,
well, the type of flip. So like if you go just do like a jump in the air salt thing, yeah, for sure, anyone could just send it.
Yeah,
totally.
You reckon I could just stand here right now? And
100%. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, defs.
Yeah, I'd be too scared to do it. I feel like I'd jump and I'd like go.
This is not a safe floor. No.
And I'd just be like, oh fuck, and I just hit the ground.
I'm like really here for people to just all do adult gymnastics, learn how to go backwards.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will go backwards and they'll throw their head back.
Yeah, maybe next time you're in Sydney, I'll come do a gymnastics session.
Let's do it. All right, done.
Funny.
Done.
Yeah. One Olympic moment you'll never forget. One from your Olympics, and then one just in general.
All right. One from my Olympics that I'll never forget. Oh my gosh. I know this is quickfire. Okay, so no, I would probably say it was, sounds really cheesy and gross, but like I was standing out the back before walking in, and I was like, I had a lump in my throat, and I don't really cry very often. And I was like, oh, why am I getting really emotional? So probably that I'll never forget is just the emotion of being there. But then I would also say being drug tested at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That sucked so much. So I think it's just both of those were very emotional. Then an Olympic memory that I'll never forget is I was watching 2008 Olympics, and it was the first Olympics before the one I wanted to go to. So, you know, I'm watching it with the intention of I'm going to be there one day.
Yeah.
And Dasha Jura, who is a beautiful gymnast at that time, she was so fantastic. She was one of my favorites. She did a skill on bars and hit her nose on the bar. And I think she broke her nose. I'm not fully sure. But for some reason, that's etched in my brain because of how, like, I just felt so bad for her because, yeah, she did this skill and, like, banged her nose on the bar, and she was just one of the best gymnasts that we had. So there's really no reasoning behind that. But that's what I remember.
You just remember it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I told you I have the memory of a fish.
Yeah, well, that's pretty long ago. Do you have, like, a go-to song? Do you listen to music before you compete?
Yeah.
Go-to song?
It changes. I actually did a lot of work with Dave, my performance psych, and I Breathe by The Prodigy. Have you heard that song?
No.
Okay. That is what I call my performer song. I can let that out now because I'm not doing my performance anymore. However, the song of the Olympics for me, I can't remember who sings it, but who made it, but it's called Talamanca or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll show you.
I'm not big on like song names. I'm like, if I heard it, I'd probably know.
Neither am I really. And they're both sort of, how would I describe them? Maybe more like techno vibes.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Get in the zone.
It's not like the Red Hot Chili Peppers or anything actually like cool.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Biggest myth about gymnastics?
Oh. Well, that you have to be young. You have to be 16 to 18 to do it. Yeah. And that you can't do it after 18.
Yeah. Well, how old would you be at 2032?
Oh my God, no. That's not happening. That's not happening. 28's where I cut it.
Yeah, fair enough. You should just try.
But no. There's a gymnast in Uzbekistan. I think she's still representing Uzbekistan. and she is 50 something.
Yeah, there you go. You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty more Olympics.
Yeah.
Favorite place you've competed?
Ooh. I'd have to say World Cups, but more so because of the experience of being at the World Cups, and it's got to be Azerbaijan, only because I've been there a few times.
Where is that?
Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of near Doha.
Yeah, yeah.
And we used to go to the World Cup from 2017, 19, 20. We'd go Azerbaijan and then we'd go to Doha. And even though it was the most random World Cup, that's where I won my first gold. So I just have really fond memories from there. And I was with my best friends.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It was always so much fun. So that's why. But if we go off just place alone, I went to a competition in Montreal. And that was the most beautiful place I'd ever been. The beds in that hotel were really nice. So Azerbaijan for the results and the experience.
Yeah.
Montreal for the place.
Yeah, fair enough. One thing that would surprise people about you.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I did opera singing lessons for like a good few years.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give us a...
Absolutely not. I haven't done it for ages. I need to warm up. No.
Yeah, fair enough. If you weren't involved in gymnastics, what would you be doing? Or if I'm going to change actually, if you weren't involved in sport.
Oh, what would I do?
Yeah. Opera singer?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe I'd be. You know, my mum actually took me to drama classes before gymnastics classes, but I cried the whole way in the car. And she goes, okay, I'm not going to take you. Don't worry, I'm not going to take you. And then she said, okay, the next week or whatever, I'm going to take you to gymnastics. Took me to gymnastics, cried the whole way. And she said, come on, let's just go in and give it a go. Yeah. And I ended up going through with gymnastics. I think if she had turned around and said, no, Emma, you're going to go to drama classes, I might have ended up in like acting or singing or something. Maybe you'd be like
a famous actor right now.
Oh,
opera singer,
probably
actor.
Worth a lot more money.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you'd be the next. Who's an Aussie actor? I don't even know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait, what about if I was like on H2O Just Add Water? Have you ever seen that show?
Yeah, that's a bit before my time. I think I've heard about it.
I'd love to have been on H2O Just Add Water. Cool. But no, because I remember...
Was that an Aussie show?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the actors on there are Aussie. And then a few of them went on to go on the Vampire Diaries, and I love the Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, I don't expect you to have seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
But so... Yeah, maybe I would have done that, but otherwise I'd go into business and I'd probably be in sales.
Yeah, fair enough. Best advice you ever got?
Oh gosh, I've gotten a lot of advice. I've had a lot of mentors over my time. Best advice. I don't know. Maybe this is just most relevant to me at the moment. But it was... I remember talking to one of my mentors before nationals, actually in 2024, and I was talking to him about what I wanted to focus my thoughts on. And he said to me, Emma, performance is just simply action and inaction, and it's just what you do and don't do. Doesn't matter what you think about, you've got to be able to do it anyway.
True.
And I just remember being like, oh, like I was so focused on my thoughts that I was like forgetting about actually just doing it.
Yeah.
And that's something I carry into everything I do now. Is like, it doesn't matter what I'm thinking, doesn't matter what I'm feeling. Like, you're going to focus on that as much as you like, but all that really matters is what you do and don't do. And yeah, so, and then I would probably also lead that into what I then also stand by is integrity and just do as you say you will do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the biggest advice around that was rather than holding back saying things that you don't think you can do, say things you want to do and then make it happen.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest thing I ever learned how to do. And so now I will say something that sounds crazy or outrageous, like I'm going to go to the Olympics in 9 months after a 3.5 year retirement. And I then have an obligation to do that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that would probably be the best advice.
And what's the worst advice you ever got?
Oh, I don't know, because I don't really... worst advice. Don't fall off.
Yeah, that is shit advice.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking that,
then that's
You're gonna fall off.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah, don't fall off. Because I also think that I've learned the most out of falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned the most from getting back up. So, yeah, being told, like, don't fall off and you know, gymnastics used to be, and still kind of is, very much around don't show people your weaknesses. And, yeah, that was probably not the greatest advice, I think, which has changed quite a lot. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, Emma, thanks for making the time. It's been a great chat. You're a legend. We'll stay in touch. We'll get that gymnastics session done. I'm sure I'll be a natural.
Yes. Oh, I have no doubt.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lachie. This has been fun.